There, it should be fixed. It is fixed! And we're back! We're live. So, people were here last week. We have our bullion engineer for the Federation, Captain Zuriz here, or Zuriz. Not exactly how sure the I should be pronounced. But I did a few off-camera thingies. Not much. Didn't miss much. It was just my level 60 went ahead, crafted some stuff. So I got some gear. Just a little bit of better gear, but nothing too amazing. Everything's pretty much the same. All I did off camera was also move to the next mission area. And just like last week, I will be narrating the mission stuff. And we don't want to look at zone chat. Zone chat's always toxic with something. Something. Right, so we're on skirmish. So let me just actually drop it and re-pick it up real quick. Oh, there you are. Oh, Franklin Drake. Skirmish. Objective. We have reports of a True Wave fleet entering the neutral zone and picking a fight with the Klingons near the Donatu system. Having two of our enemies fight is good for the Federation, but I want to know why the True Wave is so far out of their territory. Intercept them and deal with them. If you need to engage the Klingons as well, do so. A Starfleet task force has already been sent to the area. You'll need to join them in the Donatu system as soon as possible. And yeah. We shall do so. Enter the Donatu system. And yeah, we're gonna fight. Oh, why do I have my combat log up? So, zone chat could get really toxic sometimes, depending on where you are. Nothing but, oh my god, Klingons. Already Klingons. Why? Why am I already surrounded? Thanks. Thanks, Helm. You incompetent... Oh. Whoever's at the helm is incompetent. They just warped us right into the middle of the Klingon fleet and not with our own. And I'm getting shot in the butt. Damn it! Stop shooting me in the butt! Oh, you know what? Screw this. I'm out. Hologram go. Ow! Oh, I got hit. Well, I guess that console is useful for something. And there we go. Yeah, all done. Oh, another thing I did off camera that I forgot to mention is I actually bought a tactical escort with dilithium. So we're gonna actually probably be checking out some escort gameplay on the ship later. Probably the next mission, since I'm going to be level 14. And then check out the science ship before I hit level 20. But I only have about 3 hours to stream today, guys. I do have to actually do not parenty stuff. Why do I keep insisting I'm a parent when I'm still not a parent? I have to do adult things later on, such a drag. And I'll be actually streaming later tonight. So this is going to be a 3-hour stream, not 6 hours like last week. I apologize, but it will be 6 hours, but split up between 3 hours right now and 3 hours later. Haha. I am invincible. So I say until I blow up. That's how it's going to go. That's always how it goes. And then... oh, it's just this ship that's left. Oh, that wasn't that bad. Adult things can be very fun depending on what they are. Non-offensive, Bill? They could be very, very fun. But no, it's actual responsible adult things. It's not fun adult things, sadly. And I would like to thank everyone for coming out to the Twitch stream. Oh, that's a really teleporter room. You couldn't like put me somewhere where there wasn't a big hole contained with a force field on this ship? Really? I mean, okay. Oh, I forgot to read what. Oh well. So like I said, I picked up some new weapons as well for ground. Nothing really crazy. I bought this on the exchange for like 50k, so I don't really care. I'm just like, oh, it's only 50k, that's fine. And the rest of the stuff I kind of bought or made, crafted on my main characters because they're all level 60 and level 15 in every single area. Oh, that's what I should do actually. Wait, do I have the R&D system unlocked? No, not yet. I only have the DOF system unlocked at this level. Don't worry, I shall explain what the R&D and more about the DOF system when it becomes relevant. Actually, it's relevant now, depending on how you want to plan your character down the line. Especially if you want to run Ox to Bat, it's probably a good idea to get started on the Batron cluster missions. But we'll get to explain the DOF BOF R&D system later. I mean, I touched a little bit on BOFs last time when we got to level 10. Alyssa Flores. That should take care of all the security measures between us and the bridge. I don't expect the Cardassians to give up that easily, though. They will probably send more security teams to intercept us. Good. Send more spoonheads. I know, I just said a racist thing. Yeah, I forgot. I can put down turrets now. That's another thing I did, is I upgraded my kit off screen as well. And wait for my kit to refresh. 2 more seconds. Then just put down a turret right on the table. Right on the table. Captain, did you see that? No, I did not see that. Because I'm unattentive. And I'm putting a turret on the table. That's what I'm serving. Phaser in your face. The mini map is zoomed out way far too much. Spoonheads got it right. Yeah, it's Spoonheads. Cardassians, I mean, they're right in their forehead. It's right there. Come on. That's what it always has looked like. Tavrel. Captain, what were those? Sir, the Cardassian doesn't have any wounds on him, but my readings show that he was dead before we entered this room. I recommend that we find a medkit and perform an examination of the corpse. We need to know more about what happened to him. If he was attacked by those creatures, we need to be cautious. Any contact may be lethal. Yes, Tavrel, Miss Pointy Ears, thank you for your input. Oh, okay, now I saw it. Yep, sorry Alyssa, I kind of just closed you out. Because I wanted to interact with the... Oh, wait. Oh, whoops. What did you say, Tavrel? Hard of hearing. Captain, this Cardassian looks to have died from the same cause as a Cardassian we examined in the mess hall. We need to find a medkit to know more about what happened to him. And they're gonna make me read all the little entries. Patient 904651. Patient admitted with a severe laceration, suffered while working in engineering. The wound was closed using an auto-suture, and the patient was released with instructions to refrain from active activity and a return for another examination in 24 hours. Patient returned as instructed, complaining of a headache, elevated body temperature, and nausea. White cell count was elevated, and preliminary analysis showed signs of systemic infection resulting from contamination of wound site. Well, whoever was the doctor was terrible then if you let it get infected. Patient was held in sickbay for treatment and observation. However, the infection spread rapidly and treatment with standard antibiotics was unsuccessful. These germs. A more rigorous treatment regime was formulated but also proved unsuccessful. Patient's vital functions ceased. Cause of death: circulatory system failure resulting from sepsis. The patient's body has been prepared for transport back to Cardassia Prime. That just looks like he's face down. He's not in a body bag or anything. I guess he's in a containment field. Just destroy the bloody ship. I wish I could destroy the bloody ship, but this is kind of story time. This is what this series is kind of for. I'm gonna have probably some interspersed level 60 gameplay, just blowing stuff up. Actually, if you head over to my YouTube channel, I uploaded something last night, which is level 60 endgame stuff for about 30 minutes, blowing stuff up in space. Blowing stuff up in face? That sounds like it should be along in a porno script. Anyway. Patient 874512. Patient admitted. Complaining of extreme nausea and fatigue. Preliminary exams inconclusive. Patient held for overnight observation, during which condition worsened. Patient died at 23:52 hours. Quarantine protocols put in place on CMO's orders. CMO? Would that be like no, that's not captain. Commanding? I don't know what a CMO is. I am not used to naval terminology or ranks. Placed on CMO's orders and a level 8 force field in use to prevent the spread of unknown, possibly infectious agent. Force field may not be disabled without command level voice authorization. Usual Starfleet curiosity, boring missions. I hate them. Yeah, but I do the story time because this is being very episodic over on my YouTube channel, and I kind of narrate everything. But yeah, very very talky, very boring, and it's kind of like for people to enjoy. Well, an autopsy on the patient conducted using a laser scalpel to open the chest cavity. All organs were intact and showed no signs of trauma or infection, which would explain the patient's demise. Cause of death remains undetermined, pending further investigation. Talky mission, talky. Patient admitted, complaining of pain and inability to concentrate on assigned duties. Patient was treated with hydrocortisone and told to rest. Psychological evaluation was scheduled. Patient returned several hours later, saying that neither the medicine nor rest had helped. Patient was treated with a larger dose of hydrocortisone and admitted to sickbay for observation. During this period, patient fell unconscious and was unable to be revived. That sucks. An autopsy was concluded using a neurolite probe to obtain a sample of brain tissue. Examination of the neural tissue did not show any signs of infection or trauma, but trauma that would result in headache or fatality. Cause of death remains undetermined, pending further investigation. Citated. Further examination into the patient's death is pending an autopsy by the CMO. Alright. Read all the patient records. Now we could get the damn thing from the medkit. The Neuralite probe. Use the Neuralite probe. Words. That sentence is bad. Well, patient was the treated. should be patient was then treated with a T-cell stimulator to stave off any possible infection. Patient's condition continued to worsen while they were being continually treated to boost their immune response. Patient died 6.2 hours after injury. Due to the extreme rate of deterioration in the patient, an infection is unlikely. Fear of a contagious agent being responsible has resulted in quarantine protocols being enacted. A cause of death has yet to be determined. Corpse will be placed in stasis field pending further examination by the CMO. Alright, gotta read one more of these damn little medical entries and then we can move on. Yeah, more fighting. Patient admitted with a plasma burn caused by an exploding EPS conduit. The wound was treated using a protoplizer and patient was admitted to sickbay for sedation and observation. Patient suffered a neurological event resembling a cerebrovascular accident while sedated and was unable to be resuscitated. Further examination into the patient's death is pending an autopsy by the CMO. Alright. Read all the patient records. Now we could get the damn thing from the medkit. The Neuralite probe. Use the Neuralite probe. Thank you, Tavril. Captain, this tool should be a better insight into the cause of the death of the Cardassian in the mess hall. The Neuralite probe to obtain a sample of the Cardassian's brain's tissue and may be able to determine a cause of death. The Neuralite probe has determined that this individual died from a radical decrease in neural energy. It's almost as if he was drained by an outside source. All of the brain's activity came to a complete stop as his energy was depleted. Sir, there is a great deal of interference being picked up by the tricorder, most likely the result of an energy residue from whatever was used to do this to the Cardassian. Perhaps we can track it down by following the energy trail. There's a science lab across the hall from the medbay. It should have access to the ship's internal sensors. Lots of talking, lots of talking. I do have to say though, if you actually like fluff, like actual Star Trek fluff, it doesn't disappoint when it comes to like the Fed side. It's very talky. Very, very talky, but that has always been talky. Define parameters for scan query. I already know what to pick, so we're gonna go straight to the pick. Trialic waves are the result of a process called selective molecular polarization, in which a scan for trialic waves, computer. I don't have time for your BS right now, please. Tavril, now it's time for your BS. I'm picking up a large concentration. Concentric? Why did I say concentric? X as well. They would not knowingly use trialic energy. I suggest we take a closer look. Whatever's causing the trialic waves probably is responsible for all the deaths of the Cardassians in the mess hall. We shall go forth. so much Star Trek, I'm losing the will to live. Oh. We're on the bridge. We will deliver biscuits and tea. I just passed it, didn't I? Yeah, right there. Tea. I just passed it, didn't I? Yeah, right there. Buttery biscuits have been laid on the floor for our guests. Even on this ship, I shall be the captain, standing on the chair. Ah! Ah! Phantasm! Why? Get away from me! Ooh, my life! It's my glowing orbs from my body, you bastard! That's right, walk across the biscuits. What happened to the disco lights? Captain's log of the Axiom. Our mission goes well. The Axon has... I said Axiom, didn't I? Oh. The Axon has disabled or destroyed 7 enemy ships. I look forward to reporting our success. The Chief Medical Officer is concerned about casualties. It is his job to be concerned. Mine is to operate this ship at peak efficiency. I have read his report about unexplained deaths and dismissed it. There are always an explanation. He simply hasn't looked hard enough for it. I cannot let this failings disrupt our missions. Ghoul Madred is looking for men of purpose to assist him. He wants leaders with the will to use whatever means necessary to free our people from Federation tyranny. If all goes well, after this campaign, I will be seen as one of those leaders. Repairs to Axon goes as expected, running low on Charium and warp coils. Wish there was more time between battles to do more than patch critical systems, but time is most precious commodity there is. 4 crewmen down, 1 died in battle with Klingon forces, but 3 others died in accidents. I have spoken to the captain about launching an investigation, but he sees nothing but his dreams of glory and return to conquest. Unusual spike in triolic waves energy must be affecting warp core efficiency. Must speak to triolic and see. Must speak triolic and triolic in like relatively short span of time. Really, brain twist, and see if his sensor readings have turned up anything unusual. Letter from Majah arrived today. She and the children are well, but she worries about me. She wants me to leave the True Way and return to Cardassia Prime. 6 months ago, I would have ignored her pleas. Now, though, I miss her, and I see no end to this fighting. Perhaps she is right. Oh well, you're dead now. Science Officer's Log, Stardate, yeah. My duties on a combat mission are limited, but I was pleased today to have a chance to scan the approaching Driffin's Comet. The comet itself has not been a focus of much scientific inquiry. It last passed through this sector in the late 23rd century. My scans, however, reveal surprising amounts of triolic wave energy emitting from the comet, as well as detectable amounts of chronoton particles. The triolic waves will unfortunately prevent a closer study of the comet. They are quite harmful to humanoid life forms, and the captain is loath to jeopardize our mission for my curiosity. I have requested the launch of a Class 1 probe. The chronotons are of even greater interest. They appear in instances of temporal disturbances, which could mean that this comet has been, or will be, in the presence of a temporal event. Time mechanics are so cumbersome. I must have more data, but the captain has never had such interest in science. Perhaps I will remind him that the chronoton particles are harmful against the aliens who live in the Bajoran wormhole, a potential weapon to use against the Bajoran's gods, but may be of enough interest to him to divert our course. And we are done reading the logs. Captain, we should return to the marina. I'm sure Starfleet Command would want to know that there are Davidians in the neutral zone. These battlegrounds are now their feeding grounds. Return to the ship. And we are done with that one. Franklin Drake, are you sure that you found no sign of the Cardassians attempting to open a portal or otherwise bring the Davidians into our phase variants? This is troublesome. There are places to the puzzle I don't have yet. Let me do some digging and I will be in touch. And I get to subspace field modulator.
Congratulations, Lieutenant Commander.
Yay! Got a new toy to use.